Hey, this is Sabrina, lead trainer for Ballin Brands. Today I'm going to show you how to set up Facebook audiences from your Infusionsoft database. And we do this with a program called Plus This. This is a really cool program that integrates a bunch of different tools and has a bunch of different functions for Infusionsoft directly. As you can see here, this is a bunch of their features that they have, options for SMS sequences, page triggers, video triggers. So like if somebody watches your video about 30 seconds in, you can have it tag them and send them an email from Infusionsoft or however you want that automation to take place. So they have a whole bunch on here. Typically with their pricing, I believe you only have a certain number of features to begin with, and then you can upgrade from there. Now the pricing changes all the time, so we do recommend checking out Plus This pricing directly from their website to find out which plan would be best for you. So here's how we're going to set up the Facebook audience trigger here. So there is a Facebook audience trigger option here. We're going to go ahead and hit Add Feature. Now it does give you instructions on how to set this up inside of Infusionsoft. So if you do need help doing that, they do have a nice little video here for you guys. I'm just going to show you how to create a list based off of existing lists in your Infusionsoft database. The video that they're giving you here, which I'm sure we'll have a video on here shortly, is going to be all about how to add people to your Facebook audience based off of a campaign trigger. So let's say they register for for real estate, for example. Let's say they register for a home value on your Facebook ad or in your system or on your website. So then what you can do is have a campaign that then says, okay, this person registered for our home value, which means they're a home seller or they're looking to sell their home. Go ahead and put them in my home sellers audience on Facebook. So that's what this campaign section here is for. So what I'm going to do here, it says, which Facebook account would you like to work with? You will have to set up your Facebook account in here to begin with. So you could do that directly through the Manage Account section here in your profile. So then it says, which Facebook audiences would you like to add the contact to? You can choose from one of your existing audiences, or you can create something new. Then it says, which Facebook audiences would you like to remove the contact from? So let's say, continuing on with that home valuation offer example there. So they register for a home value on your website, which tells you they're a seller, which then puts them in the seller audience. Now, let's say that they sell a house with you guys. So then you can have a campaign that says, okay, they've sold their house. Now they're going to be put in our past clients Facebook audience or past seller client Facebook audience. So you could say, I want them to go into the past seller audience here. And then I want them to be removed from the home seller audience because they've already sold their home. So you don't want to be targeting them again to sell their home if they just sold it. Does that make sense? So you can choose to remove them once another goal has been achieved. Another example here would be, let's say you add them to, let's say they're buying a house, okay? So you want to add them to the buying a house campaign, and like, let's say they're no longer interested. So they're in the home buyer's audience, and they're no longer interested in buying their house. There should be a certain tag or something applied in your system, in your Infusionsoft system, that says that they're no longer interested. Maybe it's a dead lead tag, for example. So then you would want to remove them from that specific audience. So if the dead lead tag is applied, you want to add them to the dead lead audience and remove them from the home buyer audience. Okay. So then on here, I like to check email address and phone number. So it's going to try all the standard fields to figure out which one is connected to their Facebook profile. So by checking off phone number and email address, you're really providing all of the different options to hopefully be able to match up their contact record from your Infusionsoft system with their Facebook profile. And then you're going to go ahead and name the feature. So I'm just going to call this testing, and then I'm just going to choose, I'm just going to create testing audience. And I'm not going to, you don't have to select anything to remove the contact from. You have to hit the plus sign to add a new one. Here we go. Testing audience. Create audience. Okay. So we've got our audience we want to add them to. I don't really need them to be removed from another audience, so I'm just going to leave that blank. I want it to check the email and phone number to try and match their contact with Infusionsoft or with Facebook. And then I've got the feature name down at the bottom. So I'm going to hit save. Okay. Once it's all done here, there's two different options you can do. So you have the URL up top, which is for use in Infusionsoft campaigns for contacts, like I said, that maybe get tagged as something and then you want them to go into an audience based on that tag trigger. Then you can set up a campaign with this URL here. Now, if you want to run this feature now based off of an existing audience, which is what this video is for, you go ahead and click on this drop down and you find whatever tag is in your system that these contacts would have. Again, this is for existing contacts in your database. So if you have 100 people in your database tagged as buyer lead or seller lead, then you want to go find that tag and hit run feature now. So it will take a little while to process that in your Facebook audiences. And if you're not familiar with seeing your Facebook audiences, you can go into your ads manager, go into your account, and then in the upper right corner on this search, you can type in audiences, and it should pull up all of your audiences here. And it will take just a second to load. So here's a bunch of different audiences that we have created. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that the audiences created with plus this will not tell you the size of that audience. As of right now, this could change, but confirmation from Facebook shows that they are actually testing different things and hopefully we'll have that number up and running. But as of right now, if it shows a -1 on your audience size, do not be alarmed because Facebook is kind of playing with that number at the moment. But you can still use the audience for ads. It just won't tell you exactly how many people you're targeting. So your best guess is to go based off of how many people in Infusionsoft have that tag or have been put in that audience. And that will be kind of your best guesstimate of how many people you might be marketing to in your ad. And that is it. That is how to set up your Facebook audience trigger using plus this to get your contacts from Infusionsoft into a Facebook audience so you can retarget them or run ads around those people. If you have any questions, you can always contact us at team@ballenbrands.com and be sure to subscribe below to learn about more online marketing techniques from our YouTube channel. You can also learn more over at ranklikeaboss.com with our online video course for SEO, social, and with our expansion for real estate. And if you don't want to do it yourself and you need some help with your online marketing, you can always learn more over at ballenbrands.com. Thanks for watching.